So after Series 3 made the Reverend W. Awdry kind of mad, Britt Allcroft and David Mitton had to go back to the original source material. Series 4 of Thomas the Tank Engine had a lot more stories from the Awdry family. The main focus of this series was introducing more new characters. So we started off by introducing the Narrowgate engines such as Duke, aka Grandpuff, Peter Sam, aka Stuart, Sir Handel, aka Falcon, Smudger, the first non-Railway series related character, Skarloey, Rheneas, Rusty, and Duncan. And after that we got introduced to more new characters like George the Steamroller, the Refreshment Lady, Nancy the Guard's Daughter, Stepney the Bluebell Engine, Caroline, the Diesel, Scruffy, and Bulstrode. The first half of the series was just introducing the narrow gauge engines and seeing their adventures. Then the middle of the series was to introduce Stepney, an engine who was based off of a live-action engine. And then the rest of it was just more stories about the other engines. And once again Michael Angelis narrated the UK episodes while George Carlin narrated the episodes for America. In fact, this was the last ever series that George Carlin narrated for. Most of the stories were based off of stories by Wilbur Awdry, while 3 of the stories were based off Christopher Awdry's stories. Train Stopped Play was one of my favourite episodes. There's no particular reason for it, I just thought the line of Caroline was really funny. And Scruffy was a new kind of truck we get to see, an old rusty truck who turned out to be the leader of the other trucks, which brought on a new truck song.
All of us so used to talk, makes me very clever, somebody can manage us, that's the best joke ever. When the yacht is on the back, when the grace is falling, we can push him down the well. Off goes O'Donnell.
And George the Steamroller was the second road villain to be introduced to the series. But now when you think about it, he wasn't really much of a villain. He was just a grumpy old steamroller who hated the fact that the railways took up most of the island instead of the roads. But for the time it was pretty entertaining. Once again Mike O'Donnell and Junior Campbell come back to do the music for this. And as always they do a brilliant job, especially with the rescue theme from Rusty to the Rescue. Once again that was really epic. And the stories about the narrow gauge engines were really entertaining. And it was really good to start off with Duke's past. And having Peter Sam and Sir Handel have old names was kind of interesting. And I thought Smudger was kind of funny at times, especially with his annoying laugh. But I do have one slight nitpick with this series, but it's nothing major, it's just a minor point. While the first 3 series ended with a Christmas episode, this series had no Christmas episode to it. Yeah, I know it's a nitpick, but we just didn't get a Christmas episode at the end of this series. And now that I'm older, I find that kind of odd. We had Christmas episodes for the first 3 series, why not end this series with a Christmas episode? Instead we got the episode about Tom Tipper the Postman, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people love to reference Postman Pat off that. But again, I'm just nitpicking, and that can't hide the fact that this series had some of the best episodes, like the Grandpuff Saga, the Stepney episodes, and Pink Pots and Queens, which I consider to be one of the best Thomas the Tank Engine episodes of the series. Why? Because the Queen of friggin' England came to visit. And you can't beat that royal theme that Mike and Junior made. So overall, Series 4 was another great series. I love how they introduced the narrow gauge engines, Stepney, George the Steamroller, and all the other characters that were in it. So in my opinion, it's another great series. If you're a Thomas fan, definitely check it out.